What's up, everybody? So today's the 6th, I think. It's a Saturday. Come out here. So we got snow. And I hope everybody had a good New Year and a good Christmas. I know it's been a while since I posted videos. But my son's going to be coming out here in a little bit. I'm out here in the garage. As you can tell, I got the heater, all my lights on. Shop full of mess. I got 7 engines, well 6 engines in here and one across the road still. But I've been working on this 400. So I already got new mains in it. Already cranked, torqued them down, and then put check the in play, which is all good. It's a little on the tight end with the assembly lube, but she turns over fairly easy, as you can tell. So that's going to be pretty good for the street. Now I haven't done anything but clean the bores. I'm probably going to have to hone them just a little bit. They do have a ridge on the edge. So I already put this motor together once, but when I took it apart, the crank spun a lot quicker than what it does now. And it didn't have anything in it except oil from when I put it in there. But after I took the pistons and rods out of it, I had 2 rods. I was going to put this motor in something, but I had 2 rods that were completely loose. So all I know is that the bearings that were in them had been ran for a little bit. So the motor did have mileage on it. I just don't know how recent. So anyways, I checked all the cam bearings out. And I think this number 4 cam bearing on the back side here, you can probably see it better. Maybe not. Anyways, this last cam bearing over here, not the very last one, but number 4 I think it is bad. So I'm going to have to replace the cam bearings in it. And then while I'm at it, I might as well put new freeze plugs in it and some pipe threads. It's got pipe threads in the back here on the back side, but on the front they're just bushed. I know it's a little hard to see, but I'm gonna have to tap those out or knock them out and then tap them and then put pipe threads in the front, just from what I can see. But I went ahead and did some work on it. Sorry about that. And I went ahead and tapped all these holes. Thanks, son. You can come in. Do you have the I need the charger port for it, the base. Anyways, I went ahead and tapped all these holes, and then I took these, they're aluminum, they were out of the other aluminum block over there, and anyways, it just keeps oil from coming out and running down and running on the crank, causing drag on the crank and stuff. Just race car stuff. Anyways, but I got some little plugs here, some little pipe plugs right here that are gonna go in it, and I'm all got good oil pressure. The only thing I gotta do now, which I'll get video after I'm done with these because it takes a while to do it, but these are my flat top pistons, the standard bore 4.125 Keith Black Claimer pistons. I got these Eagle rods, are 5.7 Eagle rods, and yes, the pistons are for a 5.7 rod. I bought these I-beams 10 years ago, and I bought these with these KB flat tops. These were well, they don't even say, but they're basically like the Claimer pistons. The problem with these are, so when I press the rods off of them, because I try to put them on myself, you know, inexperienced, didn't want to pay the money and didn't have the money to have a machine shop pay for them. I put them together. I put the rods in the stove and heated them up, and quite frankly, I got 4 or 5 of them together. Just didn't have them perfect, and 3 of them I didn't get all the way through. Well, when I pressed them out, I didn't set me up a jig or anything, and I ended up breaking, I think, 3 pistons. One I didn't break. 2 of them I damaged just trying to get the pin out. And as you can tell, these are warped because the machine shop that I gave them to get them out, he got 1 piston, 1 or 2 pistons, I think, and then he broke one and told me I'd have to buy a new one if I wanted them new and this and that. And then basically he just gave them back to me for free and told me to try to find another machine shop to do it because he didn't want to break anymore, and everything was difficult. So I just took his word for it, and I've had them for years, and I just now took them to work and pressed them out using their press. But I went and bought one. I got a 12-ton hydraulic bottle jack press now, And then I made, basically, I just took a block of wood and I leveled this to where I needed it. And then I used, oh, well, I got one right here. Just a pretty good wrist pin. There we go. So we'll just start from here. Anyways, so now I have it set blocked here. I have a piece of wood, well, it's a handle, underneath the rod. Have the block cut out, and this sitting flush, and then you got the pin on top of that. I use this pin to push the other pin out through the piston so it doesn't damage the piston, and the wood is softer than a soft metal or anything else, so you don't have to worry about risking breaking the piston. So with that being said, I'm going to use the LT1 heads. I had a buddy of mine go ahead and fill the holes with weld, and then we cleaned them up. I still got to port them, still going to do all those, but those heads are going to go on the 400 block, and I'm going to take me either the intake that's on my 350 and my Monte Carlo. I'll flip you around, that way you don't have to look at nothing or look at my ugly face. But I'm going to take the intake off of the Monte Carlo probably. I'm either going to use the cam out of it in here, or I got another cam on the line that was actually in a 406 in a dirt track car. So it just depends if what they want to sell it to me for. But I might use the intake and cam off that, or I might buy me a Street Dominator. I know where one's at for like $100. And you can do a little bit of port work to them and clean them up because they're a good intake from what I keep seeing on the internet and from people using them. And a lot of people are using them like a 400, 406 combination. So basically what I'm going to do after I get the pistons together and I get I got the rods over here. I got the pistons. I got 4 rods right here. I got to heat them up and press them on. And then I got Molly rings. So I'm also thinking about, I'm going to show you a little trick on that because I'm not going to use the second ring on these Molly rings for less piston drag. And I'm also going to gap them, I think 33 thousandths, because I think what I'm going to do is, what I think I'm going to do, I'll just sit here. I think what I'm going to do is gap them 33 thousandths, just use the top ring, and I'm going to modify the ring expander. I got that from, I think it's Ben Altameda Racing on YouTube. If I said that wrong, Ben, sorry, bud. I've been taking your information. I've been taking information from David Vizard, Uncle Tony's Garage, Unity Motorsports, Street Racing Channel, and Old Man's Garage. You guys, you know, I take a lot of information from a lot of these guys. There's more guys on there. I try not, you know, I'm not trying to credit everybody. I'm just kind of giving you guys examples. Just people that I follow and just videos I watch. And I don't watch all of them. Like these guys, I don't come home every day and sit down on the couch and I watch 30-minute videos all day long. I mean, heck, I can't even make 30-minute videos all day long unless I just quit my job and just did whatever. But I mean, you can say I got a lot of money into some things. You can say I don't, because I really don't. I just try to find good deals, and then I run into other issues. But besides the point, this is what I do. There's a lot of other people, you know, that they'll claim you need to build it this way, or you need to build it that way, or it needs to be super clean, and yeah, it does look good on video. And, you know, it is easier to start with something that's a cleaner. You know, fresh deck block, you know, honed, line honed and bored. You know, there's a lot of benefits, but I ain't got the kind of money just to have $800 worth of machine work done. Just to have fresh new pistons that cost me, you know, those ones cost me $350. Those rods 10 years ago cost me $250. Now they're, I think, $450 for the same rods. Okay? So I already had those. Main bearings, rod bearings, and these cam bearings all together cost me, it'll be almost $200. And a cam installation tool, you can get a cheap Amazon one everybody's been showing here lately. But, you know, that's like $30 to $60. But I don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet. But, You know, this is me. I don't have a lot of stuff, and what I mean by that is, my garage. You know, it's wide open, so I feel the wind coming through it. You know, I got a heater over here in the corner. I'm stuck in the corner, getting everything going. I got stuff to move. As you can tell, I got everything in my way. I got another 307 block right here that I was pulling the crank out of, and guess what? The crank's good. So I was originally going to put this either in that aluminum Bronux block over there, not this one, but the other one, because that's an LS one, which I still might do, but I'm going to have to buy like a 6.2 inch rod. Yeah, there's more money spent. Or I can just buy Scat 9000 crank for a 350 main 2-piece seal and put in that block with these pistons and rods that I got in this one, if I really wanted to tear it back down. And then I have those heads and intake, cam, everything out of this motor and put in that motor, as that motor is only like 150 pounds versus this one. And yes, I did pick all these up barehanded and move all these by myself. Now, I did leave these on the stand. They were over at my father-in-law's house, and I loaded them up on the trailer. I had to push them up there, and then I actually had to use a pipe and slide up underneath the rail because the way I had it, because the way the bed comes down on the small trailer, it's like a square inch block. So I actually had to maneuver it up, get one side pulled over and the other side, and then had to pull it all the way up, pick it up on the last part of the end and pull them all the way up. So, you know, it is what it is. I got stuff laying around, you know, I got, it's ridiculous actually. I need to clean it. And then I got a 350 Vortec right here that's supposed to be for my truck, which I have an intake underneath that junk. It's a Vortec intake for this that's going to go on it because I'm just going to run it carbureted. But stock cam that I put in that motor out of another 350, it was like a TBI 350. That's when I noticed the bearing. And then these were the stock pistons out of the 400 and stock rods. I might find a use for them. I might pop them rods off and just I don't know, I might use them for some, I might not. Because in most performance applications, you use a longer rod. Now, I have a flywheel, and a little bit of water on it, so I need to clean it up. I have a double roller time chain, brand new, that's already on the motor. Same with the cover. These are actually truck clamshells for my truck, so they're going to go on that 350 over there. Because the car ones in my Monte Carlo are going to go on the 400. I'm putting 400 in the Monte. And then I might buy a new balancer. That balancer's not bad, but the holes are stripped. And I don't know. Because the way I bought this is a factory flywheel out of like a 76, 78, or 70, might even be 72. I think it was like a 76 or 78. C20 pickup. You can buy it with the SM465 trans. But anyways, the flywheel is just a standard heavy flywheel that matches the crank. So the balancing and everything will be good. Alright, everybody. This is the 7th. This is Sunday, the 7th. So anyways, what I'm doing here is, this is the BIM Altamira racing stuff. Anyways, you got your rings. If you can look right here. Oh, it'd be hard to see on camera. Anyways, them two little V's on your oil control rings, how they're in a V-shaped configuration. What you want to do is you want to bend those, which I use some pliers, down to, put a ring here, to where they're, focus, to where they're flat together. Creates less tension on the ring. Anyway, so I got one piston completely done. I'm just putting a single compression ring on top. I already checked the gap on the rings. I put it in the bore, and they come out to 33 thousandths, which is what I need if I'm gonna run this with nitrous. Which, that's something I put on video, and I guess I lost a couple of different things. Either I didn't press play while I was talking or something. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is modify these rings. and then get ready to get everything else. All my pistons are done, so we'll go from there.